Student, student coordinators are requested to guide the students in occupying relevant places. Good afternoon to all. All the faculties and students are requested to take their seats in auditorium. We are about to begin session 2 of today's action-packed events. First session was regarding personality development, that was a motivational speech, and now we are into the second part of the guest lecture session. It will be purely technical, related to current trending topic, artificial intelligence. Good afternoon, all of you. All the students are requested to be patient as we will be beginning with the program. This is session 2 of today's action-packed status. The session 1 was a motivational speech by Dr. Ravindra Ahir. He presented 5 rules to the students of first year regarding personality development and handling, or rather being a part of global workspace. So he presented 5 rules. I think the guests for session 2 are arrived. So welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, all. Give a big round of applause for our today's guest. I request all the dignitaries to please take their seats on the dais. So, I request Honorable Shri Prashant Deshmukh to take your seats on the dais.
हे आहे ना तुमच्याकडे प्रोफाईल तुम्ही ते इंट्रोडक्शन ठीक आहे.
I welcome you all on behalf of Shri Shivaji Education Society's College of Engineering and Technology, Akola, for this enlightening session on learning in artificial intelligence. Today, we have gathered here for an one-day workshop on learning in artificial intelligence by our esteemed guest and an enthusiast of artificial intelligence, Honorable Shri Vedant Ahluwalia. We will look forward for the remarkable advancements and applications of AI across domains. As we commence this event in tribute to Dr. Punjab Rao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, the pioneer of education, I humbly request all the dignitaries on the dais to illuminate the lamp, symbolizing the enlightenment of knowledge and the beginning of this auspicious occasion.
शेवटच्या 4 लोकांचं सरांच्या आपल्या एचओडी सरांच्या हाताने वेलकम करून टाकून
Today, we will embark on a journey through the transformative power of artificial intelligence, a force shaping the future of industries worldwide. In today's rapidly evolving landscape, AI, that is artificial intelligence, is not merely a technological marvel, it's a catalyst for innovation, efficiency, and growth. AI refers to the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines. Across sectors ranging from healthcare to finance, manufacturing to agriculture, AI-powered applications are revolutionizing operations, driving productivity, and unlocking new frontiers of possibilities. We are honored and privileged to have today's guest speaker, Honorable Shri Vedant Ahluwalia, who is the founder of Dataviv Technologies. I request President of today's event, Honorable Shri Hemant Bhau Karmek, to welcome today's this session's guest speaker, Mr. Vedant Ahluwalia, with a floral welcome. I request Honorable Principal Dr. P.V. Thorat to welcome President of the function, Honorable Shri Hemant Bhau Karmek, Executive Member of Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati. I request Honorable Shri Hemant Bhau Karmek to welcome Honorable Shri Prashant Deshmukh from Shri Shivaji Education Society. Okay. Sorry, sir. Honorable Shri Prashant Bhau Deshmukh is from Gadge Baba Mission. I request Honorable Shri Hemant Bhau Karmek to welcome Honorable Shri Shrikant Chauhan, who is a contractor and Guru Bandhu of Shri Hemant Bhau Karmek. I request Honorable Principal Dr. P.V. Thorat to welcome Honorable Dr. Ravindra Ahir, who is a motivational speaker. I request Honorable Principal Dr. P.V. Thorat to welcome Honorable Shri Sachin Burgate, who is a motivational speaker. I request Head of Department CSE to welcome Honorable Principal Dr. P.V. Thorat. I request HOD of first year Naikwad, SW Naikwad, to welcome Honorable HOD CSE Dr. S.L. Satarkar. We are all also honored to have guests today. Now I call upon HOD of CSE, Dr. S.L. Satarkar, to welcome Mr. Vimlesh Kumar, who is a consultant for YEC. I request Head of Department CSE Dr. S.L. Satarkar to welcome Mr. Ravindra Ambadkar, who is a contractor. I request Head of Department CSE Dr. S.L. Satarkar to welcome Mr. Ajay Bundiwal, who has Masters of Road Safety. I request Head of Department CSE Dr. S.L. Satarkar to welcome Mr. Tanmay Bundiwal, who is CS graduate from UBC, Canada. I request Head of Department CSE Dr. S.L. Satarkar to welcome Mr. Amol Takarkhede, who is a government contractor. I request Head of Department CSE Dr. S.L. Satarkar to welcome Mr. Anurag Ambadkar, who is a civil contractor. Thank you, sir. Now, I call upon Honorable Principal Dr. P.V. Thorat for an introductory speech.
First of all, I pay my tribute to our founder president, Punjabrao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, on the eve of one-day workshop on learning in artificial intelligence. The dignitaries on the dais, president of the today's function, Honorable Hemant Babu Kalmek, executive member, Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, today's guest speaker, Mr. Vedant Ahluwalia, next speaker, Mr. Srikant Chauhan, another guest, Honorable Shri Prashant Bhau Deshmukh, Gadge Baba Mission from Mumbai, Honorable Shri Ahir Sahib, Honorable Shri Sachin Bhau Burgate, all the dignitaries on the dais, respected head of the department, all the teaching, non-teaching staff, and dear student friends. We are today organizing a special expert talk and one-day workshop on a recent current topic in the domain of everybody's life, that is artificial intelligence. And we had the authority in this particular field, Mr. Vedant, who is the founder of Dataviv Technologies. Presently, he has a startup at Baramati, and he has been come, and on the behalf of our Shri Shivaji Education Society, on behalf of College of Engineering and Technology, I welcome Vedant sir for this motivational speaker, as well as along with the guest speaker on the recent current topic, that is artificial intelligence. And friends, today we are living in the world of computers, and in the computer language, the new part has been coming, that is artificial intelligence. And the authority, those can be in this particular field, that we are as a human being, and when we are concerning about the artificial intelligence, who is great or who is better, and what are the various scenarios, what are the various aspects, what are the various basics required to know the artificial intelligence, and what are the comings and the scenario in the past and future of the artificial intelligence, that can be detailed by Mr. Vedant sir. And Vedant sir is the authority in this particular field, and he has come from long way to discuss about this new topic for the budding computer engineers and budding all faculty engineers. Those can be as a part of the life as artificial intelligence. Friends, artificial intelligence, one of the recent example we had heard it at Tadoba, we had heard so many examples that the teacher is also come as one of the part of the artificial intelligence, and the human being as a great, or the artificial man who is the great, that is to be judged by ourselves. That artificial intelligence is one of the new science that can be coming in the new years and new days, and we are be the part and parcel of that particular technology. And as a budding all the engineers, I request you that you be with the part of engineering education, must know the artificial intelligence, and that's why our institute, with the kind consent and kind support from Hemant Bhau Kalmek, we had get today's guest, Mr. Vedant sir, and with the request of Hemant Bhau Kalmek, Mr. Vedant sir, Mr. Chavan sir, Mr. Ahir sir, and Mr. Prashant Bhau Deshmukh had come in our institute, and on behalf of our College of Engineering and Technology, Akola, I welcome and I thanks all the dignitaries for coming far and giving your valuable time as a part of this institute. And on behalf of our Shri Shivaji Education Society and from our college, I heartiest thankful, and I am grateful that you have been come to this institute and giving the new approach, new avenue to our budding engineers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request the president of today's function, Honorable Shri Hemant Bhau Kalmek, to share his insights with all of us.
Very good afternoon to one and all. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude towards the founder of Shri Shivaji Education Society our beloved patron, late Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhusaheb Deshmukh. Respected dignitaries present on the dais for this academic event, named as one-day workshop on learning in artificial intelligence, to be delivered by Dr. Vedant Ahluwalia. Dr. Vedant Ahluwalia, my beloved friend, my Guru Bandhu, Shri Shrikantji Chauhan, noted social worker and the great activist, and the activity run by Sant Gadge Baba Mission, Mr. Prashantji Deshmukh, international motivational speaker, Dr. Sachin Burgate, my elder brother, Shri Ravindra Aher, principal of this college, Dr. Prashant Thorat sir, HOD of Computer Science Department, Dr. Satarkar, dear students, teachers, non-teaching employees of this college. We have been trying for the holistic development of the learners, which is the key word in today's education system. We want our students to be fully developed. So we are trying to call in or organize lectures, and today's event is one of the those activities which we are thinking of to be done in Shivaji Society regularly. Let me introduce Mr. Vedant Ahluwalia, who is a master in artificial intelligence. He has worked with Andrew Ng. Andrew Ng is known as father of artificial intelligence in the globe. So we are fortunate enough to have such a distinguished guest, and not only his experience in the field of academia, but he is contributing it in a very big way for the academic development of the students and for the betterment of the student. He has developed some very good modules for medical sciences. His metaverse is very well acknowledged, and I am very happy to inform you that around 3 years before, just when pandemic had started, his science and innovation lab was inaugurated at Baramati, and the program was chaired by none other than Shri Sharat Chandraji Pawar, and the program was inaugurated by Dr. Gautam Adani ji. So his acumen in artificial intelligence is well known at the national level and at the international level. He happens to be my very thick friend, and I am in touch with him from last 4-5 years. So I thought that my students should be benefited out of his experience, and I requested him to deliver one lecture here, and I am very much thankful to Vedant sir that he has come here. He will be sharing his acumen in artificial intelligence with you. My dear friends, I will not be taking much of your time. Only thing is that the technology, the upcoming technologies which are coming, like our social media, this artificial intelligence, robotics. So these are the things which needs to be complementary and supplementary to the academia. They cannot replace the system. And what is that? You have learnt about chemistry. A plus B gives you C plus D. But if you add catalyst into that, so this A plus B which you are getting in the form of C and D will take 1 hour. But if you add a catalyst, you can get that reaction done in 5 minutes. So the role of technology is like that. Role of technology is, the technology is like a catalyst, and it can be complementary and the supplementary to the major constituent, but they cannot replace the main constituent. This is the philosophy which I believe in, and I think Mr. Vedant will accept and will agree with me. Dear friends, the other noted and distinguished speakers and the guests who are present here on the dais, they are icons in their own fields. My friend, one Mr. Ajay Bundiwal, he is here from Nagpur. Civil Department will be arranging his lecture in near future. I will tell you, and I am very proud to inform you that he is master in road safety. MSRDC, you know, we are learning, we are reading every day so much about Mahasamruddhi Marga. So he is master in road safety. I have visited his office. I have told Dr. Thorat sir about his innovation in painting also. So we will be inviting him in the civil department also and in chemical engineering also, so that our students will be benefited. My Guru Bandhu, Mr. Shrikant Chauhan, he is also a very thick friend of mine and associated with me from last so many years. आणि मी जेव्हा त्यांना विनंती केली की चव्हाणजी आज हा कार्यक्रम इथं होतो आहे, आपण आलं पाहिजे, माझ्या विनंतीला मान देऊन चव्हाणजी इथं आले आणि त्यांच्यामुळेच माझी वेदांतसोबत भेट झाली. चव्हाणजी आपल्यालासुद्धा या महाविद्यालयाच्या परिसरात शिवाजी शिक्षण संस्थेच्या वतीनं आणि कॉलेज ऑफ इंजिनिअरिंग अँड टेक्नॉलॉजीच्या वतीने स्वागत करतो. दुसरे जे आपले पाहुणे इथं बसलेले आहेत, माननीय श्री प्रशांत भाऊ देशमुख, हे जे कार्य संत गाडगेबाबा धर्मशाळेच्या माध्यमातून मुंबईला करत आहेत, खऱ्या अर्थानं तुम्ही जर कधी गाडगेबाबा धर्मशाळेला गेले तर तुम्हाला माहीत पडेल की किती मोठं कार्य आज मुंबई इथं होत आहे. टाटा कॅन्सर हॉस्पिटलमध्ये जेवढे पेशंट्स ॲडमिट होतात त्यांच्या सगळ्या नातेवाईकांना विनामूल्य राहण्याची आणि खाण्याची सोय करणारी ही मंडळी आहे. आणि आज खऱ्या अर्थानं प्रशांत भाऊ, आपण वेळेवर आमचं निमंत्रण स्वीकारलं, आपण एका दुसऱ्या कार्यक्रमाला आलेले आहात, म्हणजे आमच्यासाठी, माझ्यासाठी तरी आजचा दिवस म्हणजे साधू संत येती घरा तोची दिवाळी दसरा. तुमचे पाय आमच्या महाविद्यालयात लागले हे मी माझं अहोभाग्य समजतो. माझे दुसरे मित्र माननीय सचिन भाऊ बुरघाटे, माझा लहान भाऊच आहे, फार छोट्या वयामध्ये फार मोठी भरारी घेतलेली आहे. म्हणजे ह्या पश्चिम विदर्भात किंवा पूर्ण महाराष्ट्रामध्ये इंटरनॅशनल स्पीकर म्हणून आज लोक त्यांचं नाव घेतात. मी त्यांचं भाषण शिवजयंतीवर ऐकलं आहे अकोटला, खूप चांगलं बोलतात. माझे दुसरे मित्र डॉक्टर रवींद्रजी अहेर. डॉक्टर रवींद्र अहेर हे रायसोनी इन्स्टिट्यूटमध्ये ॲकॅडमिक्समध्ये आणि ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशनमध्ये खूप मोठं काम त्यांनी केलेलं आहे. त्यांचा एक महत्त्वाचा परिचय म्हणजे नागपूर विद्यापीठाचे जे कुलसचिव होते डॉक्टर बलराज अहेर साहेब, त्यांचे ते चिरंजीव आहेत. ॲकॅडेमियाला ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन शिकवणारे काही जे तुरळक निवडक लोक विदर्भात त्या काळामध्ये होऊन गेले आणि माझ्या वडिलांचे अत्यंत जवळचे असोसिएट होते. माझे वडील स्वर्गीय दादासाहेब काळमेघ नागपूर विद्यापीठाचे कुलगुरू असताना त्यांचे वडील कुलसचिव होते आणि दोघंही मिळून विद्यापीठाचा गाडा खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीने चालवत असत. सो आय थिंक दिस इज इनफ. आय शूड लॉग आउट. सो ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ श्री शिवाजी एज्युकेशन सोसायटी and on behalf of College of Engineering and Technology Akola, I welcome you all and hand it over this session to Mr. Vedant Ahluwalia because the students are waiting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable insights with us. We are really fortunate to have with us the brilliant mind, Mr. Vedant Ahluwalia, who is based in Mumbai and is a founder of Dataviv Technologies and Vice President with Stanford Angels, bringing experience from his roles at UNDP, Active Hours, and Coursera. He holds his MS in Artificial Intelligence at Stanford University. Previously, he was Chief Executive Officer at Dataviv Technologies Private Limited and also held positions at the White House, DSP Mutual Funds, Siemens, and HSBC. He is associated with Father of AI as he has researched and taught with renowned Dr. Andrew N., founder of Google's AI Brain. He has worked early on in billion-dollar edtech, that is Coursera, and fintech, earn in supporting growth and product. He also co-taught with NASA professors at Stanford. With a robust skill set that includes leadership, trading strategies, electronic trading, commodity markets, option pricing models, and many more. He contributes valuable insights to the industry. So, let us welcome with a huge round of applause for Mr. Vedant Ahluwalia. I request dignitaries to take your seats off the dais.
Extremely sorry, I forgot to introduce Mr. Vimlesh. Mr. Vimlesh Kumar is a consultant for one Korean company, and he is also working for so many big construction firms in MSRDC. So I think civil department people will also take him to their department and to gain something out of his presence. Thank you, Vimlesh. Thank you.
Perfect. Oh, it's put the videos and all, yeah. The videos and then, yeah, they have the video and then the presentation, I think. No? Let's see. No, I think presentation, so they want to show the video.
Now,
Profile.
now
Next one.
I request technical team to play the video clips.
Similar presentation what we're giving you today was given to all the Vice Chancellors of the state of Andhra Pradesh. This is the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, all Chief Secretaries, VCs, heads of Google, Microsoft, Amazon, everyone. We've been given the task to ensure that the state benefits, the children succeed, and AP as a state moves forward. So this live on news, one of the introduction. In the second video also. Oh. No, not new one. This one we'll play later. The ADT one.
Introducing the world's first Dataviv practical learning lab. Featuring the image across the
Oh. This is our Baramati setup that Shivaji was mentioning.
Vedant Ahluwalia.
This is the globe we created. The globe can talk to you, show you planets, agriculture trends, climate trends, real time. This is first of a kind innovation made in India, and Rani ji and his wife had come to see this. Before this, it was imported from the US. Our entire mission was let's start creating from India for the world and take India ahead, and back to the era of Nalanda and Texla where we create for the West. So with that mission, ambition, this was created using people from India and talent from India. So here there are 12 other demonstrations set up in Baramati and still active, showcasing a lot of new technologies, innovative technologies about the future. You'll take it? Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So here with your mind, you can change the lane the car is driving. So a lot of such technology is all made in India. Just think the car should go right, it goes right. Simulation, all made in India. Pause it. Yeah, pause. Go back. That's the profile only, no? But the PPT, वो काल में क्या है? हाँ, yeah. All right, let's start. Presentation mode में करते हैं. Yeah. I'll do it. Download. Local. Okay. So it's not. Yeah, just say that. Okay. But it's not changing. It's not moving back and forth. PDF का होता है. You'll change it. Okay, manually. All right. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a great day, great start to the new year, and having a great time. Looking forward to the next year upcoming, academic year. So today we are here to tell you about artificial intelligence. The previous videos were just a little introduction to tell you about what we've been doing. My background is I've done my artificial intelligence from Stanford, like Hemantji, other dignitaries all mentioned. And we worked with the person that invented AI. He's Andrew Ng. You all must have heard of him. How many of you have heard of Andrew Ng? Please raise your hands. No one? One person, the lucky one. Great. So idea today is we want to show you what is real AI. Because आज की डेट में लोग बोल रहे हैं रोबोट AI है, कोई बोल रहा है कि कंप्यूटर AI है, कोई बोल रहा है पाइथन कोडिंग AI है, बट एक्चुअल AI है क्या, आया कहाँ से, और इसका एक्चुअल यूज केसेस क्या है, कहाँ पे हम इसको अप्लाई कर सकते हैं हमारे लाइफ में, और ये फ्यूचर आ रहा है हमारा, which is the artificial intelligence future. How do we become a key part of it? The entire presentation today is on that. Could we go to the next slide, please? So we'll try to keep it as interactive and just on a workshop manner to kind of show you how AI is changing the world around you. One thing I want you all to know as you all will be soon entering the real world, start working, start taking jobs, doing other programs, the world you're going to is not the same as the world we were in. And the world what you're learning about is changing a lot, very differently, and that's what our focus has been, to really empower the youth and show them the way that this new future coming in has so much artificial intelligence, so many new technologies involved in every industry. Like they said in farming, the farmer will need AI to be able to tell him what seed to put in agriculture, how much fertilizer, how much pesticide, and what sort of process to follow to achieve the right yield in today's environment. That is the era we're living in. With climate change, a lot of new problems coming in. Everything we know of a past has changed. So here, we're going to just give you some broader ideas on what is AI, what is genuine AI, where it's reached, so that you can start thinking more deeper about your technical career and your discipline further. Next slide, please. So what is AI? Most people will think, AI is computer, AI is coding, AI is Python, AI is object-oriented programming. But we are not talking about that at all. AI is a term that was coined in 1953. It was invented at that era. So a lot of older technologies have all taken the name of AI and are poised as artificial intelligence, right from basic linear regression. How many of you know about linear regression? How many of you are in computing, in a computer-related field? All right, great. So how many of you have taken the object-oriented programming course? Great, great. And which year are you all? Third year? How many of you are third year? Second. How many are fourth year? Okay, okay, couple that are planning to graduate. Great. So you have an exciting future upcoming. So many new technologies are being involved that in this future, your work will be very different from what you've learned. Slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. Next slide. We've already spoken about this. All right. So what artificial intelligence is? How many of you know about artificial intelligence or heard the word before? Please raise your hands. Do you have a course of AI in your school? Are they teaching you artificial intelligence? Yes? So what is AI? Can one of the students here give me a definition? What do you think AI is? Anyone? So what AI is it's essentially a human brain. The entire pursuit of creating a human brain for the computer has been artificial intelligence. Starting off from basic intelligence, like how in math you have functions. You put an input value and get an output. How they have the basic function structure like linear regression. A lot of these technologies, which we now call ML, has become an older area of AI, which in today's date is not very relevant. Because in 2012, the AI brain was invented. Yes, you heard that right. An AI brain, which is a brain like a human. The brain can think like us, learn like us, see like us, understand things like us. And this is the technology that's been revolutionizing entire industries, the world of tech, and every field. And how is this different from the past? I'll just give you a small example. Think about Google. All of you know about Google? Okay. How many of you know about ChatGPT? How many of you use ChatGPT to do the homework? Okay. Great, great. So that's something good and in a negative way as well, because homework is supposed to help you learn, not for ChatGPT to do. But try to learn how to do homework with GPT as well, because in the future in your work, you will be using ChatGPT effectively. So not knowing it and working well with it will become a negative impediment. So essentially the difference, just to make you all visualize and understand, in Google era, we had to search many sites, 100 sites, 200 sites to find what we want. We would read what a lot of people have written, try and find what we want in relevant information, put it in a presentation, and then present that, okay, now our research is done. How has ChatGPT changed that? With ChatGPT, I can ask the relevant question and ChatGPT will do the searching for me. It'll see the internet, understand the articles, and give me exactly the answer I want. At least close to exact, because ChatGPT has a lot of negatives as well. Sometimes the information's wrong. So whoever's copy-pasting answers, be a little careful. Sometimes it gives the wrong answers also. But essentially, it's an intelligence for the computer, a brain that is part of the computer, able to think like us within the computer and create the answers that we need without us having to go through everything manually. That was the first biggest B2C to consumer implementation of AI brain technology, which has really changed the world. About 3% of that technology has evolved, and so much more is continuously coming. So with that, most consumers got to learn about AI. So what other applications of AI brain technology have happened? One of them is the self-driving car. How many of you have heard of the self-driving car? Great, great. So how many of you have imagined कि गाड़ी खुद चल सकती है? How many of you think it's feasible using a self-driving car? So this problem exists in the West. So a lot of researchers said, computer ka dimag hi nahi ho sakta. How can it actually work? So when this was invented, the first use case that was implemented was a self-driving car, where the car can start driving on its own. So all of you computer science engineers, do you think it's humanly possible to write down all the cases we need for a car to drive? No? Yes? Yes? Are you sure? Yeah. So the answer is it's not possible because we cannot get each and every case correctly because the case's environment keeps changing and the angles, the specific amount of steering that has to be moved, what speed you have to be in. There are too many parameters to be able to manually, like case-wise, program a self-driving car, how it should work. And that's why for the last 40 years of the IT revolution, we never had a self-driving car. The reason it came was because we created this brain where the brain can learn on its own and be able to understand the road, understand how we are turning the steering, how much we are turning, what speed we are going on, and develop that level of intelligence that a driver would have. So that's the only reason self-driving car was invented. One of the companies that's popularized that technology, Elon Musk. How many of you have heard of Tesla? Great. So that technology is one of the first adopters of self-driving car. So Tesla is a pioneer user of that technology, and because of that, its value, its stock value all rose a lot. And that was one of the first use cases. A second use case that happened is, have you all heard of the Google eyeglasses that can look at your eyes and tell you if you'll get a heart attack in 5 years? No? So that's putting a doctor's brain in the computer. So the computer is able to see your eyes, scan x-rays, and be able to identify this is a fault, this is a medical issue, and all that. So this is actually what the AI brain technology is. It's able to learn like us. How we sit for 30 years, become a PhD. We spend a lot of time researching, learning. This brain can learn on its own with the same experience, with the same knowledge. How it's given to us is just given in a different way. And that is the entire concept of AI. So now that you understand what the brain is, this slide talks about how do you generalize AI? How do you understand how this brain functions? So there are normally 3 layers. There's the input layer, how we see. We look at people, we understand them, we recognize their faces. There's a second layer, which is how our brain processes it. So what we are seeing is actually a product of what input our eyes are getting and how our brain is processing it. So that's why dogs, other animals see the world differently. So similarly, the brain is the second component, and the third component is the output, which is what we see. So that is the way that most AI programs are created. Next slide, please. Great. So major AI, where it's reached today, what area it is, it's areas. You can just count them. One is generative AI. How many of you know about generative AI? 1 person, 2 people. The world has gone crazy about generative AI. In the Silicon Valley, people are throwing 50 million, 100 million at anyone that's building generative AI. And only 2 of you know about generative AI. So this is something you all should try and learn about. ChatGPT is generative AI. And how many of you have heard of Sora, the new technology that can generate videos? That is generative AI. It's able to create videos without having to do a shoot. So now when you want to make the next film, you want to make the next, Singham or Bahubali, you don't have to go and shoot. You just explain the AI how it should be and it'll create it for you. That is generative AI. That is the future. So in a future where such technologies are coming up, where AI can talk to you, ChatGPT can seamlessly talk to you like a friend, understand what you want, be your assistant, give you the output. It can make a video for you. It can make images for you. Let's say you imagine, this auditorium, new speaker coming from US. It can design the entire auditorium, show all the students placed, put the speech and everything happening real time. So you're living in a world where AI has progressed so much that it's part of every field. Like I was telling you earlier, farmers need AI. If you want to ensure you get a certain yield, you need AI. Because the climate is changing. When it's going to rain, we don't know. How many of you know when it's going to rain now in Bombay? No one. No, it can rain in Feb, it can rain in Jan, it can rain regular. An entire farming cycle works on being able to predict when rain is happening. So if the prediction is changing, the temperature is changing, all the parameters are changing, how can you work in a static world? So that is where AI comes in. AI is the brain that understands the entire scenario and tells us what to do. What seed will work if rain is unpredictable? What seed will work when the temperature is above a certain level? It gives you that level of clarity to be able to achieve effectiveness. So we are building similar technologies for the government in AI brain and even a medical AI brain. One of the biggest problems in medical we've seen is that why should rural not have the best doctors? Is there a reason that in rural Maharashtra or let's say rural India, that people should be given less good medical treatment just because they're in rural? Most doctors gravitate towards the cities, they'll come to the big hospitals, and this medical level will not reach everyone. So for that, we're working on a medical AI brain to be able to store all the medical data and give access to doctors. So all their treatments go up. Next slide, please. So this session will keep it interactive and not too long, because I see you all must have been very tired already. But essentially want to tell you that the future is not where AI is going to take away your job. How many of you think AI will take away your job? One person, no. We have about 3 or 4, 5. So let me tell you all, AI is not going to take away your job. But maybe someone sitting near you who can use AI better than you might take away your job. So you should be very careful who you're sitting near. And that is a future that's upcoming, because with AI, what we achieve so many efficiencies. The cost of doing anything goes down. With Google, I would spend 10 hours finding what I want, making a research paper, understanding what I want. With AI, it takes minutes. So if I can do a 10-hour task in a couple of minutes, the entire life cycle has changed. The benefit to a company of 10-hour worth of work versus a couple of minutes achieving the same output is enormous. So any company, when they're selecting you, when they're recruiting you, when they're trying to understand how you fit into their company, they will look specifically for the skill set. And even for you engineers who are working on building code, AI has passed the Google Software Development Engineer Level 3 interview for US. So that is a significantly skilled software engineer who is about 5 to 6 years experienced with US knowledge. So if ChatGPT can do that much, will we compete? Because in entry level, we don't have as much experience as a SD level 3. So how do we actually plan and gear ourselves for this world is actually very important, where you really have to start adopting AI and make it your friend, where you're able to use it effectively and generate these efficiencies for the company. So what we are doing again as an organization is promoting this knowledge of AI, this adoption of AI brain creation technology, so that students like you become the creators of this future. With only 3% AI evolved globally, there's a competition going on in US where there'll be a new Google, a new Microsoft will be formed, a new Amazon will be formed. But that competition is very select, only Stanford and affiliated people. Because for the last very long number of years, all innovations we ask you have majority come from Stanford. Google was invented there, Yahoo was invented there, Cisco was invented there. Have you heard of Netflix? Invented at Stanford. Have you heard of Elon Musk? Stanford. So all inventions have been consistently coming from there. What we thought was, let's bring a change when AI is changing this entire world, when companies are going to form, new Microsofts are going to form. Why don't we give our students a chance to compete, innovate, and create this level of technology? That's where the clips we showed you for Andhra government and Maharashtra government and other places we are working is to give that knowledge on how to create these AI brains, where even using AI brain is becoming difficult for a lot of people, a lot of companies. Creation is even further. And by the time we start creating, all the AI brains would already be created. So the idea is to start young and build this intelligence. Next slide, please. So how many of you understand the capabilities of ChatGPT, where it can go, what levels it can go? Since we don't have the mic with you all, I'll just explain you. So ChatGPT has been trained on a lot of online data, a lot of data sets of New York Times and different sort of online available data. So it's achieved conversational intelligence. It can talk to you like a friend. It can answer any queries you make, and based on that context, it's able to give you a response. But in a lot of cases, what's very important when using ChatGPT is asking the right questions. If you don't ask the right questions, you'll not get the right answers. So that skill comes with understanding how that technology works. And building that knowledge is very important for your future, where achieving your answers are the only way to solve your problems, whether it's a technical problem or it's a problem in developing code, developing anything. You need to be able to get your question specified correctly, which is another skill that's become very important in the era of artificial intelligence. Next slide, please. These are just some examples. How many of you have any idea what's next after ChatGPT and Sora and all these technologies? What we call it is called AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. That's one of the next research areas where AI will become almost as intelligent as a human. It'll be able to do a lot of tasks like us. And when we reach above our level of intelligence, it's called super intelligence. When AI is able to do more than an individual one of us, it can do more knowledge than a lot of us. Why is it able to do this? Because we can program many people's brains' data into the AI brain. So how one of you behaves, how the second behaves, how the third behaves, all that data can be taken together and programmed in the AI. So these are new research areas that are coming in, and so much innovation is happening that having that in your mind that the world is headed in this direction helps you really position your skills better. Because let's say now, you become an expert at, having, like driving. You become an expert, great person at driving, but AI is able to drive at a cheaper cost. Can you compete in this work field? It becomes very difficult to compete in a field. Let's take a second example of a call center operator. So let's say you're a very good call center operator, you're able to talk well to customers, but AI is able to do it at a cheaper cost, faster, more efficiently. So is that a market you should prepare yourself for or not prepare yourself for? That is actually very important when you're graduating to really understand this entire field. What are the new fields being formed? Like AGI, robotics, a lot of new fields are coming up, gaining value. There are a lot of fields that are also going down, like call centers, other fields. So being able to position yourself for that new field is very important to succeed in your career, in whatever future you're aiming for. One more question. How many of you want to be entrepreneurs and how many of you are looking to work? Entrepreneurs? Good. So this world has really empowered a lot of you to be entrepreneurs because the access to capital, access to knowledge, access to technology has really changed from your parents' generations, and you really have a chance to succeed. So if you are looking to be an entrepreneur, there's no time better than now. Next slide, please. So now that we've covered a little bit about ChatGPT, next slide. So ChatGPT was one of the biggest inventions that brought this entire AI space to light, and the founder of ChatGPT, like you all know, is asking for $7 trillion for his next startup, where he wants to create the next chips which will process AI. So that is the era we're living in. The value of AI is at an all-time high, and so much is happening that being in the field is very important. Next slide. Okay, next slide. So remember we had spoken about generating images with AI, generating videos. Next slide, please. So there's a technology called DALL-E. How many of you have used DALL-E? Okay, so DALL-E is part of OpenAI. They're able to generate images for you. So here, the main paradox is images are generated, but they're not very good. They're not at that level of being used commercially. But this gives you another aspect of social media marketing, different areas. A lot of you might be thinking of going into digital marketing, digital ads, social media, which is a very big industry. The invention of ChatGPT and DALL-E-like technologies really ruined that industry. All the Hollywood people started having riots outside Hollywood. No, you can't use our data. You can't generate content with us. And that really changed the face of the field. So this is one technology that is credited to have done that, which is able to generate images. Because if you can generate an image, you don't need to do a photo shoot. And that entire industry of photo shoot is affected. And with Sora coming in, the video part of it, the entire industry of video making is affected. So it's really changing landscapes in many ways. The benefits are enormous. One of the benefits is speed. If I have to do a video shoot, edit, get my video, it'll take me months. If I do it with Sora or some AI technology, it'll take me minutes. So in such an era, what will happen is the average producer, person who's average at his skill, will start becoming less important. Because the average can be done by AI much faster, much better, at a better quality as well. But the ones who are best in their field will still have an opportunity to grow, will have an opportunity to be better. So whichever field you choose, whichever area you choose, let's say you want to become a database engineer or you want to go into a different field, there you'll have to focus on being the best. Because only the best will have opportunities there because the average work can be done by AI. And a lot of you must have heard of, how many of you have heard of blockchain? How many of you want to go into blockchain? Great. We have one person. How many of you have heard of IoT? How many of you want to go into IoT? Well, we have a good number of people there. Great, great. So hate to break it to you, but in the next 2 or 3 years, AI will be able to do IoT and do blockchain. If you're planning a longer term career in that field, a lot of the work already will be done by AI. So what you should really look at trying to understand is that how AI will be part of that field. Because if you look at the entire technology stack, AI is on the top. How in humans the brain is the one that controls the full body. A body or a human without a brain is not able to function, not able to think, not able to move. Similarly, in the technology stack, AI is on the top because it's the brain that controls the other functions. So whether you're thinking about metaverse, IoT, blockchain, a lot of these are just glorified new versions of older technology. Like IoT is Wi-Fi that existed very similar to data transfer that was invented long ago. Blockchain, databases have been coming from a long legacy. So similarly, these technologies in today's date are not that important because they're automated. In a way, a lot of the technology is already functioning in a straightforward manner, and AI is going to start automating it even further. So what's very important to understand is the landscape, how these technologies are fitting together, because in education, what you're learning is you're learning different things from past and current and other ways, but really aligning to the future is very important. So you understand that the world is headed here, and how do I position myself to be valuable in this world? So that's a very core skill. Next slide, please. Next slide. All right, so these are some NFTs. How many of you have heard of NFTs? Good, good. Some people are following NFTs. So these are some NFTs that have sold for $25 million. The monkey over here. This was $69 million. So in case any of you are good at generating images, giving good prompts, you have a good new opportunity as well. Just generate good images. Next slide. How many of you have seen the deep fake generated of Obama? This was one of the first deep fakes generated where we could make Obama say anything. And this has now become the biggest problem of Honorable PM and a lot of government officials, that a lot of videos are getting generated of what they haven't said. And this is going to people and people can't tell the difference. So this is another area technology has reached. And why is it important for you to understand? Because when you graduate, when you're in the professional world, this is a big problem. When PM Modi sits and calls Twitter, Facebook, all the MDs, India to sit together and solve this problem, you know it's an important problem. When you're planning your careers, planning your skills, and being able to create such technology, being able to detect such technology, being able to manage such technology is a core skill that you need. So here, where we're coming from is that it's already started. Everyone's already using it and developing it. In a lot of cyber frauds, you must have heard, they're able to generate your voice. So they'll call your parents and say, your kid has been kidnapped, that's your voice. They'll tell your parents, हाँ mama, मैं kidnapped हो गया हूँ. And then your parents will already pay the extortion, and by the time you reach home, it'll all be done. So how is this happening? It's all with AI. So it's being used, it's around us. And for you to be skilled in that will really help you in the future. Next slide, please. Next again. Next. All right. So now coming to more towards the next stage of this. The first part of the discussion was to show you generative AI applications, what's happening, many fields where it's changing, and many ways you can make a career in that. Two other areas are going to be covered in this presentation. One is computer vision. So they must be teaching you computer vision to a certain way. How many of you have already heard of computer vision? Wow, no one. So if there's an AI course and they haven't taught you computer vision, then there's a big problem. So computer vision is the ability to give computers human eyes. How we see, I can recognize you, I can see that's a chair, I see that's a camera. We are talking about giving that same ability to a computer. That's called computer vision. So this has tremendous applications in each and every field. Next slide. 2 slides, one more. So here, basically you're able to recognize people when entering. So you must have seen a lot of factories doing attendance, tracking if you're working correctly at each location, tracking if you've come to office or not. This is a lot of technology that's already being implemented. Next slide. Tracking if property in a factory is being stolen or not, it's able to map the entire paradigm. Next one. In retail, when you go into a store, whether a person is trying to steal a product or not. So applications are enormous, and why I'm showing you the applications is because these are the areas where there'll be jobs. These are the areas where there'll be demand for talent to manage, create, operate such technology. So as planning for the future, building your skills, because in university and college, your goal is to build skills that are relevant in the future, not build skills that by the time you graduate, the skill is not needed anymore. To gear for that, learn actively. I think this is something that your knowledge should be achieved to be able to create such technologies, if not manage them at least. Next slide. Next slide. Traffic parking management systems. With cameras, you're able to see cars, recognize number plates, a lot of technologies. Next slide. Detecting defects in manufacturing lines. Next slide. Remote manufacturing. Wearing the headset, which Neeraj will be operating and showing some of you how it works. We've been asked to create a moon landing experience for the Prime Minister, where he'll be wearing it and arrive at the moon through the metaverse. How many of you have heard of the metaverse? Good. I think one person is the only one who's heard about everything consistently there. Metaverse is where you can wear the headset and travel to a parallel reality. It's the closest to teleportation we can do today. So this is a project where you can remotely reach a factory, you can remotely reach the moon, and have the same feeling experience. So that's the type of talking about on the metaverse. So, slide please. So every technology has positives and has negatives. A lot of cases where talent fails in developing technologies when it works 5 out of 10 times. 5 out of 10 times is not success. 6 out of 10 is not success. Neither is 7. Neither is 9. It has to be very close to 10 out of 10. Only the technology can scale, like a Microsoft, like a Google, or something of that level. And that knowledge only comes by practical knowledge. Being able to practically understand how this brain is working, how these technologies are working, and actually solving use cases even before they actually occur. Because if you're going in a trial and error fashion, trying a network, trying a layer, running it, you'll never reach that level of understanding to be able to create something meaningful. It has to be the knowledge within to be able to decide that this is the right structure to solve this problem. Every problem has to be solved in a certain amount of time. And time is the most crucial factor in any technology, in any development project. So to save time, you need to have knowledge beforehand, the practical knowledge. So these are some key issues that occur in computer vision. And computer vision is not like a new field like it's invented last year or 2 years ago. We had invented a lot of it when I was at the Stanford AI Lab. A lot of the technologies were invented then, 2015, 16. Now it's reached a place where it's being used in a lot of places. So having this knowledge is very important because it's being used. Technical talent is needed to manage it, operate it, ensure the efficiency, improve it. So that's where a lot of roles are being created. And that's where a lot of your focus should also shift because the basic object-oriented programming roles are now almost coming to an end. Very few people are looking at talent for that because AI can already do that. So they want people that are more skilled beyond, and this is where there are opportunities. Next. This one, what we're talking about is real-time image processing. Next slide, please. One more next. So real-time image processing is how you can interact with an AI, like how you interact with a human. You can see their reactions, see their expressions, ask them questions, understand what they're saying, and actually interact to achieve any outcome. Whether it's a consultation, whether it's an interview, an AI will be able to talk to you, look at how you're understanding, ask you the right questions, and develop and create an understanding of your level of intelligence. So that is the future we're living in. That is a technology that is happening. So building skill to understand that, build that, is going to be very critical in the future. Next slide. Medical. How many of you go to the doctor and the doctor just tells you you have this problem, you have that problem? How many of you would want AI to actually assess you and genuinely tell you that these are the genuine problems, this is how you fix yourself? So these are applications of the real-time image processing to be able to see whatever problems you have through skin, eyes, other factors. Next slide. This is on fashion, where you're able to try on clothes even before you go to the changing room and try them on. You can see them on the mirror, saving time, shopping experience. This is a real-time customer service assistant, being able to talk to you real-time, help in sales. Workout, fitness, very important in the future of fitness. You don't want to have an injury. You don't want to do anything wrong. So this helps you ensure by tracking your body movements. We're actually creating an AI gym in a specific client's location to be able to showcase a lot of these technologies. So this becomes a very important aspect to know. Next slide. Again, some aspects to be careful of and improve. Next. So, in interest of time, I went through it very fast, but mainly the message and the idea we want to give you is think what your parents saw is the same future we are living in. When there were no cars, your parents asked for faster horses, but cars were invented. Now when there are no AI or there was no AI, people wanted humans that could operate computers well, write code well, but now AI can do that. So in a world like this, it's very important for you all to skill appropriately for this future. Otherwise, it's a continuous loop. You can keep learning and technology will keep superseding you. So for you to be relevant, it's very important to have the right skills. And that's the second video. वो जो शुरू में video चलाया था, let's play that. Not here. No. This one. Yeah. Mayo one. Mayo wala. Second wala. Yeah. So this is where what we are bringing is this practical learning equipment which has been installed in a school in Ajmer right now, where you're able to actually learn by experiencing. So this is what we are building for a lot of schools, a lot of colleges, and the idea is to bring the practical learning to the classroom, because no matter how much theory you know, if you cannot deliver a product that's working 9 out of 10 times or 10 out of 10 times, knowledge is not very useful to industry, to a corporate. And bringing that practical skill is very important. So this is one of the equipment we're bringing to different universities as well. But the idea is to practically skill you without taking you to the depth of the math, statistics required to build AI, so you intuitively understand the structure of the brain, how it works, and you can start building and creating. Because the future is bright for creators. Anyone who's able to create an AI brain, AI module can unlock very big globally. Even using is giving people a lot of benefit. Creation is the future. So to be able to create effectively is the skill, the need of the hour, and bringing it effectively at current instructor knowledge. Because knowledge of AI brain doesn't exist globally. There's in a lot of countries. That's why we're helping countries prepare for this era. We're working with Jamaica, Seychelles, Italy, a lot of countries to actually build this talent for them. And to build this talent in a scalable manner, the only way practical application, experiencing how the model is working when you are changing model parameters and different aspects and understanding how it works. So that's an innovation we are bringing and focusing on really creating you all as part of a future where you all can succeed. The biggest wealth shift is happening now with the AI revolution. A lot of bigger companies, industries, all are changing. Whoever comes with AI has a very big opportunity of scaling, building something new, and growing very fast. So in this opportunity, it's a revolution, not even a change, where everything is changing. And the only revolution AI is compared to is the electricity revolution. When for the first time must have seen a light bulb light from their home instead of having the fire burn. So this revolution has so much power to change your futures, your lives, and no opportunity you can dream of is impossible in this day. And that's something to realize, take advantage of, because revolutions don't come every time. in a lifetime, maybe twice in a lifetime. And with this AI revolution, you have a very big opportunity to succeed and create history. So on that note, I'll open the floor for some questions and answers. The idea was to give you the message that what you're thinking is the future is very different. And to be aware of the future is a key skill to succeed in the future. And Steve Jobs said very honestly, the only way to predict the future is to build it. So you all as engineers, as computer science degree holders, have an opportunity to build a future that's relevant and really change the world. Why not accept, empower, stand, and start creating something meaningful? All right, thank you. So then, if there are any questions, we can take them now, or we can close the session. Anyone has any questions? One question there. Can we give him the mic?
Sir, myself Yogesh Bhagwat. I am from third year CSC.
Okay.
As the you say that general AI and super intelligence in the market. So how can we make ourselves compatible to it? Until it come, we will be in the market for our jobs also. So how can we protect our jobs from the super AI?
Very good question. So what's happening is the super AI is actually a human and AI working together. So your knowledge of AI has to be seamless. You have to be an expert in operating, creating, managing AI, which will make your job or your profile AI proof. And if you're working in a different skill which is not AI related, using AI to improve your knowledge of that skill and build your expertise which is beyond other people is the key to really survive. But in this revolution, one thing that is constant is change. So you have to be ready to adopt new technologies and keep building new skills to be able to shine in this time. But if, let's say you're just looking for a short path to success, then that path is AI. Because the demand, the number of jobs that are coming in AI, number of opportunities that are coming in are enormous. Even farmers are hiring people in AI, even climate people are hiring people in AI globally. The demand is in every. Doctors are learning AI in today's state. In Andhra, after we met the CM, he gave an announcement that all the medical colleges now will have AI labs, doctors will learn AI. So the future is where everyone who's not even a technical person is learning AI. Then as technical people, it is more important for you to become an expert at AI. So you can create it and build these intelligences, and don't focus on using if you have the skill to create. The value is in creation. ChatGPT is worth 20 billion, and he's the only guy that can ask for 7 trillion without people laughing at him and making a joke of him. And he will most likely raise that 7 trillion. That is the power of AI. And if you all are in computer science, you have an opportunity to explore AI, build knowledge in it, build that skill. So if you can, and that can be a path where you persevere, because in today's state, programs are not at that level. We're working with the central government, a lot of agencies to build programs in AI where you can get practical skills, experience, and start creating. But in today's date, the path is self-learning, where you have to look online, see resources, build skill, and build skill that's one way. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anyone else? Please. Yeah.
Hello. Sir, my domain is I'm computer engineer as well as I'm teacher.
Amazing.
So my question will be, it is not a question, it is a worry. See, you talk of this super AI. So obviously there are hundreds of tools available and many companies they are using for generating codes.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the technology, I appreciate the efficiency of the technology, but the simple worry is definitely it will have effect on the employability of my student. 100%. Even now what I heard is from my alumni that we are using AI-based code generators and we have removed so many engineers. And if you are asking everyone to go in AI field, so that will also get saturated. So this is my first question. And second one is related to super AI. Is it reality? And is it safe? First of all, what I learned about super AI is from the film Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, and what technologies you are using in super AI? Because although my domain of research is healthcare and the same AI,
Yeah.
still about this uh, specific problem use of technology, I know narrow AI.
Exactly.
As far as super AI is concerned, we are blank about super AI. So if you
Exactly.
can say.
No, definitely. Great questions. Firstly, currently for 100 years, 150 years, even more most likely, AI is not going to be autonomous. It is not going to be working on its own. It is not going to be taking away the human jobs. Human are going to be working with AI, and that is the future, where you work with AI to improve your outcomes, to be faster at what you're doing, to be better at whatever job you're doing. That eliminates the need for someone who's not very good, because you'll be able to do the job of 4 people, 5 people at a time. So the people that are not very good at their field or not very good at what they're doing, they'll not be able to get opportunities and succeed. So in an era where a lot of people are there, like India itself has more than 1.2 billion people, a lot of people in the world, a lot of people learning, to prepare from a specific future career zone or aspect there, a lot of careers are opening at the fringes of fields. And that's like agriculture and AI, or let's say climate and AI, let's say retail and AI. And a lot of companies are starting to adopt AI extensively in training in a lot of fields. So AI is not something that will just run on its own. It'll need people to manage it, to ensure it's working. And like humans, we keep learning. The environment changes around us, then we have to keep learning again. Similarly, AI will keep upgrading, keep changing. It'll require humans to manage it, ensure the outcomes. Because me as a company owner, or anyone as a company owner, wants things to work seamlessly. With me having zero intervention, I want the thing to work perfectly every time. That is where the human, with that knowledge of how to work with an AI, will be able to achieve that. Because in today's date, without an AI, it is not achieved. There are about 60 to 70% efficiencies that are going in companies. They're not able to achieve 100% efficiency. Someone takes extra time. Sometimes they're not able to be efficient at the task. But with AI, all your mundane basic tasks will be automated, but that doesn't mean there'll be no supervision. So there'll still be roles. Second aspect of roles in AI, that is not going for another 200 years, 250 years, because a lot of AI has to be created, recreated, managed. New companies are forming at big levels in AI. Currently, OpenAI people have salaries of 1 million plus, 2 million plus globally in demands for them. And why is that? Because there's a shortage of talent. When you talk to Facebook, you talk to Ambani, you talk to all these people, they don't have people to build ChatGPT and technologies like that. So there's a very big shortage of AI skill. Forbes has said a lot of jobs are being created in the field, 50 million plus. And secondly, 7 trillion plus, or even more, value is going to be created with AI. So to create this value, we need people who operate it, who will manage AI, who will work on AI, who will make AI strategies for companies. If you see each and every field, no matter if you're technical, non-technical, or associated with technical, even testing in AI will become a separate skill, because current software testers cannot test AI. You have to understand AI to test it. So these job roles are being created. It's a complete switch in the way the world is working, and the base is AI. Organizations will start being AI first, where AI will be controlling each and every department to ensure data is seamlessly integrated. That will unlock about 20-25% value, where the company will be more efficient, more revenues, lower costs. So in a world where we think things might be static, companies that don't adopt AI will get replaced. And this is not me saying it, you can see online, most people have reached that status. And it's not the first time something like that is happening. Kodak used to be a very pioneer in cameras using old technology. New technology came in and it's wiped out, it doesn't exist. How many of you use BlackBerry? BBM days, no? See, the kids don't even know BBM. It used to be the biggest phone provider before iPhone. Globally, the biggest like cell phone company, it couldn't be. They were wiped out because iPhone came in, which was the new technology of the full screen that you can touch. Before that, it was BBM, which was where you typed on the phone. It was one of the biggest things. You must have heard of it. So a lot of companies have come and gone because they didn't adopt the new technology. And AI is much bigger than all of them, because AI is part of every field. those were all minor. They were part of a specific field, but this is part of everything. If you're a farmer not using AI, then I'll be able to get more yield than you every time. You lose your crop because it rains and then your onion crop is destroyed. But for me, it will always be right because I'll be able to real time see the data and be able to create that output. So in this future, the most valuable skill is the skill of AI, and within AI is the skill of creating AI. So if you can be a creator, then be a creator. Otherwise, at least be an applier or a user where you can be an effective person to navigate a company's AI strategy and build that skill. Because I was sitting with a lot of CTOs with Tata Group and other places where we help them also build their talent. So they say once the student graduates from college, the time they come to us, we tell them now you have to relearn everything. Whatever you know up till now is now not relevant. You start from now. So that's where your mind, your exploration has to start from an earlier standpoint to differentiate yourself, build knowledge in what is relevant, and build that skill to outshine in the future. That's something that's really important. Did I answer both questions? Yeah, okay. Thank you. I think if there are no more questions, I'd like to thank you all for being a great audience. And thank you. Huh? You want to? Who wants to see? So Neeraj will be available here to show you all some metaverse demonstrations. Huh? Yeah, he'll be setting it here. So anyone that wants to come and try out what metaverse technology is being used in education, you're welcome to come. Neeraj over here from our running that. Thank you. Okay, he'll be doing it on stage.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. This is a very interesting announcement for you from Mr. Vedant sir. He'll be demonstrating some metaverse. It is not possible to give the experience to all the students, but those who are interested, please raise your hand and come one by one.
What we will do is,
Yes.
friends, there is a one condition attached to it. One, whosoever wants to come, you are most welcome, but you have to also share your experience of what you saw in 30 seconds from now. Right? So, the game starts now. Come one by one. But you will have to share it out, right? You want to come? You want to come and see? Yes, then come. Then you need to tell.
Now, I call upon Professor S.S. Dikshit for vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, all of you. We are on the verge of conclusion of this session. The parallel demonstration will be going on. At the outset, I pay sincere tribute to our founder president, Honorable Dr. Punjab Rao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh. Right now, we are celebrating his 125th birth anniversary. I take this privilege to propose vote of thanks. My sincere thanks to President of today's function, Honorable Shri Hemant Bhau Karmek, Executive Member of Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, for sparing his valuable time for gracing this function. Thanks are in order to our guest speaker, Mr. Vedant Ahluwalia, for his exciting technical session and presenting current scenario of AI. We are grateful to the guest speaker for morning session, Dr. Ravindra Aher sir. That session was very energetic and motivational. We are also thankful to Mr. Shrikant Chauhan, Shri Prashant Deshmukh, Mr. Sachin Burghate, who graced the stage in session 2 of today's workshop. We are also thankful to Mr. Ravindra Ambadkar, Mr. Vimlesh Kumar, Mr. Ajay Bundiwal, Mr. Amol Takarkede, Mr. Anurag Ambadkar, Mr. Tanmay Bundiwal for gracing the function. We express our sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. P.V. Thorat, and HOD CAC, Dr. S.L. Satarkar sir, for their constant motivation and support. Thanks to all HODs, teaching faculties and non-teaching staff for their active participation in both the sessions. Thanks to persons behind the scenes, the technical team and the supporting staff for their valuable help. These are unsung warriors. We thank all those who directly or indirectly contributed in making this event a success. And last but not the least, the audience, that is the students, who had valuable insights today from both the sessions. So thank you all of you. Those students who are interested in the demonstration can come forward one by one. Thank you all of you. With the permission of chair, I declare that today's session concludes. Thank you all of you. Okay, we will have experience.